What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After the Review with Peter and Terrell. I'm your host, Peter. With me again is Terrell. Terrell, thank God for the NFL without these sports going on. Am I right?
Yeah, I feel like sports, they always bail each other out. I feel like we get to a point when looms and something happens in sports, and they always bail each other. It's like I got you. NFL's taking one for the team right now and coming through with NFL free agency and letting us have some bit of light, something to talk about. And it's been pretty great. So, and I say in summer when baseball season, it's like NFL, NBA, and free agency. It takes us away from baseball and it gives us something to talk about for a little bit. So that's my example.
I know.
Too.
I think we talked about this. NFL's turned into the NBA with this free agency. Things are wild right now. And
I don't hate it at all.
I know it's amazing how the NFL can always seem to steal the spotlight, and become the talking point with almost anything. So let's talk about the big signing. The GOAT, Thomas Brady, is going to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Wow.
Yeah. Wow is, I just wow, and you just gotta let it sink in. I don't know how it's gonna look weird. He's gonna be in a different jersey.
And it's not even a great looking jersey. It's the weird Peter helmet, the big old pirate flag on there.
Yeah, if this doesn't go well, this is gonna be something people forget about. Oh crap, he did play for the.
It's Jordan to the Wizards if it doesn't go well.
Yeah, it doesn't go well. But for what I heard is this is actually his only offer. Really, I think
I heard the Chargers threw out the same offer for him.
Yeah, I just don't. I heard the whole didn't want to go far from the family, stay on the East Coast, so that totally makes sense from that standpoint. From a offensive standpoint, he got everything he wanted. Obviously got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, OJ Howard, and
how about Antonio Brown looking to sign with them now too if he gets let back in? Bruce Arians was his coach.
I would assume Antonio Brown getting the mix, and I heard the whispers of them trying to get Todd Gurley.
Ooh.
So.
How about that?
That never really works out though. When you get all those names together, that never really worked. The one, I guess the Chiefs is kind of the only one that's kind of worked out in a way. But they still have some unsung heroes. I guess you talk about Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, and then Damian Williams. But Damian Williams is the unsung hero. There has to be I guess, but you know what I mean. It never really works out. The Browns did it, and it didn't really work out either for them. So we'll see. But they have Brady. I guess this is a different quarterback. So
I know it is. It is Brady, and it's not like you're adding too many guys. Maybe Antonio Brown's the only one you're super adding because the rest of those guys are already there and have been there for a minute. They do have the 14th pick, bolster the offensive line, or maybe you draft a running back like J.K. Dobbins.
No, I just think I'm looking through this free agency, these running backs still left,
nobody's signing, right?
Nobody's signing. Yeah, but I know you're we got Melvin Gordon left. I know you don't like Deontay Freeman, but Deontay Freeman could be a nice plug in there. Even Devontae Booker could come in and spell them. I mean, the running backs they have now aren't horrible, but if they're trying to upgrade, I think there's people out here that you can upgrade with in the free agency that you can go maybe like you said beef up the line or go on the defensive side. But I heard this is a good O-line draft, so I would definitely beef up the line if that's what you're trying to do.
Protect Brady.
I think this is a time for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All of a sudden, they're in win Super Bowl mode.
Super Bowl phase. Hey, their defense finished really strong last year too. They were top 10 in efficiency, so they are legit.
So all of a sudden, we're Super Bowl contender possibly. I mean, they weren't horrible. I mean, they were horrible because I think James threw a lot of interceptions.
30 and 30. Yeah, 30 and 30 put you in a bad spot.
Yeah, but this could be a good team, and I feel like they're already like we said, they're a Super Bowl caliber team or a Super Bowl destined team in a way. They have those hopes now getting Tom Brady and what they have on the offensive end. So I would say, definitely, I would beef up the O-line or go get something like a defensive lineman or, some on defense. I think their offense from a skill standpoint, they're pretty good, and they could pick up somebody in free agency as a running back position.
It says a lot about Bruce Arians, too, that Tom Brady trusts him kind of in this next stage of his career to co-play for him. And like you said, I was reading, too, the East Coast thing. Giselle wants to stay in New York with the kids, and Tampa's an easy flight, same time zone. Practice gets out. West Coast too far for the Chargers. Maybe Indy, but you're in the central time zone, so you're an hour later on everything, just travel-wise, if that was even an option, because they did sign Phillip Rivers, the other quarterback carousel move. A lot of quarterbacks going around, right? We were hyping up the quarterback carousel, and everybody's moving around.
Yeah, totally. There was a ton. Obviously, we got Ryan Tannehill and Breeze stayed where they were, but we had Rivers go to Indianapolis to the Colts. We had Bridgewater go to the Panthers, and that seems to come. That Cam Newton's going to be on the move to go somewhere else. Mariota went to the Raiders. I don't know what that whole deal is going to be like.
Yeah, the backup maybe.
I don't know. They seem like they had hinted at like a kind of a package for Mariota. Something weird. I don't
It's
know.
John
But
Gruden.
hey,
Hey, John Gruden, he knows what he's doing, right?
yeah. So obviously, Prescott was franchise tagged by the Cowboys. That's going to be
And then
long.
now Winston's out of a job with Tom
Yeah,
Brady going
Winston's
to
on
Tampa, so
yeah,
somebody's
Winston's
gonna
on a
sign him.
job. Yeah, someone's going to give him a job, and then rest of these guys are just backups that are signed.
Yeah,
So yeah, so now we're kind of waiting on Winston, and then Cam Newton and Nick Foles is traded to the Bears. So
I don't get that one
maybe
by the Bears.
yeah, would you rather have Cam?
Maybe I don't know what the Bears don't know what they're doing. They still want to go with Trubisky, I think, but they gave up a 4th-round pick for Nick Foles.
It's got a lot of money on.
I know, and he restructured his deal too. They said so
Okay,
it
nice.
helped a little bit. But I told you this yesterday that Jacksonville was going straight young though. Jacksonville is handing the reins over to Minshew.
You think so? I don't think they let Minshew just ride by
Oh
itself out
yeah,
there.
they love
No
him.
way.
They love him. They love him.
I know they love him, but there's no way they let him ride by. There's no way they pick up another quarterback.
I mean, I think they do. Look at their team. They traded away all their assets. I mean, they traded away all their players, and they picked up a ton of assets. I saw they have like 2-1s next year. They have a ton of picks in the first 4 rounds this year. They have 2-1s this year. I think they're reloading.
All right, reloading off semi-success.
Yeah, again, though, there was a lot of dysfunction going around, as we found out.
Yeah. So, uh,
What other? Oh, the big.
those
We had
quarterbacks
lots.
there.
How about we go wide receiver trades? Because that was what started this whole thing off in free
Yeah,
agency.
that really got the thing going. I'll let you take the reins there because it involved your team. So obviously one of them did, but
All right,
the big one.
let's start with the first one, which caught
Yeah.
everybody off guard. Open free agency. We're like, wait, what? Was the Houston Texans traded DeAndre Hopkins and a 4th-round pick to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson, a 2nd-round pick, and a 2021 4th. Like, what? This was like the strangest trade I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah, I didn't really get it. At first I thought the Texans were just getting David Johnson. That's a great trade. And then it came out. Then I scrolled and I saw that
They said DeAndre Hopkins with him.
Then I said horrible trade. So I don't know what happened. Obviously, I don't know what
There's
happened.
whispers about.
There's whispers that what we think it went down. And I think Bill O'Brien, DeAndre Hopkins didn't get along, and that's usually what the case is when you trade a star receiver in its prime, and then out of nowhere essentially.
Yeah, this
And
really,
then
I think I heard it the day before. There was like Houston's looking to shop DeAndre Hopkins, and I was like, what? That's kind of weird. And then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, here you go, David Johnson in a 2nd round. How do you not get a 1st-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins? He's easily a top 5 receiver in the league.
easily like top 2, top 3.
I don't know about. We can argue some semantics at the top there, but there's no question he's top 5,
Wait,
maybe top 4.
Who's your number one? Who's your number one?
I mean, Julio probably. I'm taking Julio.
Okay, who's 2 then? Okay, I'll.
How about Michael Thomas at number 2? DeAndre had a lot of drops this year.
He did. I think I would go Thomas, and then split be like 2A and 2B with Julio and DeAndre.
All right.
DeAndre could arguably number 1.
I don't know about that. I mean, he's he's an elite top tier receiver, like in the small group of guys, and you can't even get a 1st-round pick. Amari Cooper got a 1st-round pick.
Yeah, that was I think that was he was like, we don't care. We just want to get him out of here. Like that's so dumb.
The fact like he didn't even listen. He clearly didn't listen to trades. You're telling me the Patriots couldn't have sent over their 1st-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins?
And try to keep Brady. Yeah, that would have definitely kept Brady in the building. But I think at that point they didn't care about. They knew Brady was gone at that point.
Maybe, I don't know. Brady got assigned because of the other wide receiver trade. Unhappy Stephon Diggs. We knew he's been unhappy. The Vikings extended Kirk Cousins, and he said that's it. And the Vikings got a 1st, 2021 4th, a 5th, and a 6th for Diggs. That's a great haul. Yeah. After the DeAndre Hopkins trade, which is absurd.
I really don't know what happened to DeAndre Hopkins trade. And yes, to DeAndre Hopkins credit, he isn't like the average receiver who's like out here like talking to the press on social media, like everything. I'm sure whatever
No,
he's doing is behind
never,
closed doors.
never been in trouble either. That
No,
was another
never
thing.
been in
Like I said,
trouble.
Bill O'Brien compared him to Aaron Hernandez, and it's like, what?
I think he's talked about his baby mama. It's like what? That
I
has
mean,
nothing to do with him on the field. Like,
first, I mean, I guess
so
poor
he's that.
judgment, but have you met Antonio Cromartie? He's got like 14.
Yeah, like okay. Why
I
are you
don't.
worried about his baby mamas?
I don't.
Like,
I
you
think he didn't
know.
like that he was bringing multiple women, baby mamas around to practice the facilities and stuff.
I mean, you got one. I mean, I guess
Bill O'Brien's a
okay.
crotchety old man. It sounds like he's just
That's like conversation. Like, hey, if I don't know. I guess you approach it away and be like, I understand that you have to bring all. If you bring one, maybe you just don't bring any. Like, that's how you approach that. But I don't know. That's not making me trade DeAndre Hopkins away. If that's the case, I'll get a suite for each of his baby mamas to watch the game
I,
from. Like, I'm
I,
making accommodations.
I bet you Hopkins probably went off on his ass when they blew that lead to the Chiefs, and that kind of started like he's like, man, this guy's a bum. He didn't even throw me the ball. They didn't even throw him the ball.
No, they didn't. Well, he got hurt. He got banged up though. Remember?
It doesn't matter. You throw the man the ball.
No, you're not wrong. No, but good job the Cardinals in their front office and that GM. I know he's been taking some heat last couple years. All of this he started with his DWI and then his picking of Kingsbury, which
Yeah,
so
and then
far has
and
been
then
okay.
I mean, Kyler Murray's kind of bailed him out a little bit by being better than Josh Rosen was. That's
Yeah,
simple.
and then going back for another quarterback when you could, yeah. So that GM's been on a little fire. Made a good trade. Got rid of David Johnson for practically DeAndre Hopkins. He wasn't going to use David Johnson this year.
They didn't
They
use.
picked up Kenyon Drake. So really good job by you. Yeah. So let's hop to this Diggs trade that I think you're super excited about, but I think you're
I
gonna
don't
kind of figure out
I
that it's
don't know
gonna hurt
what to
you.
think. I
I
don't
think
know
it's gonna
what.
hurt you a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know. We got the value. The value. You can't argue the value you got for the trade.
No, definitely they can't disagree there. I think you guys are probably just gonna draft another receiver, but I'm a firm believer
I don't
of
think we're drafting a receiver in the first round. It's such a deep
no.
draft. They're going to draft. You can wait. You can bulk up. You can really beef up your O line and your secondary because we need a little bit of secondary help since we've
You guys
lost.
need O-line help too, I guess.
Yes, we do. So that pick helps to get one of the tackles now because we have picks 22 and 25, which is kind of weird saying, oh, man, we got the Bills' first-round pick. It's only pick number 22.
Yeah.
Just weird thing to say. Diggs was unhappy. It's coming out. Apparently in the Seahawks game, he got into Kirk because he's like, you're making $86 million and Case Keenum made $2 million and he put his heart and soul into the team and you don't do shit. I don't know. Diggs he doesn't like Kirk Cousins. It's been pretty
Yeah,
simple.
if they don't like each other, then there's someone's got to go, and it seemed like Kurt wasn't going anywhere. So I totally agree about the move. I feel like they could have gotten the quarterback though. I don't know. I'd rather we keep Thielen and Diggs. I don't know. I like the dynamic between them.
I know, but Diggs wants to be the one, and always in Minnesota, it's forever going to be Thielen and Diggs, not Diggs and Thielen. Thielen is the guy in Minnesota. He can't not be the guy. He's grew up with like that photo circles around with him in the Randy Moss jersey. He was a practice squad walk-on guy, and he turned into an all Pro Bowl receiver. So
I know, but I don't see it that way.
That's how it is in Minnesota. Trust me, the fans love him. He's a let's be honest, the Midwest, he's a white guy, homegrown white guy. They kind of like that.
I don't disagree with you there, but
and then Diggs also drops a shit ton of balls, pisses me off. He talks so much shit, and the ball will hit him in the hands, and he'll drop it in big spots too, and they'll be like, "My bad." And it's like, no, you can't bitch at our quarterback and then drop the ball because he had mold.
Now we're going on a tangent.
Saying. But I do find it funny if he complains about Kirk Cousins, and now he's about to get Josh Allen, who can't hit the broadside of a bar and throwing the ball downfield. So let's see.
I think he'll be all right. I think both teams hopefully they'll bounce back. I think the Bills will be okay. The Vikings.
The Bills are going for. I mean, you got to go for it, right? With Tom Brady out, they're going for the division now.
I think Josh Allen's only going to get better.
He just doesn't. He's good. He just doesn't throw an accurate deep ball, and that's what Diggs wants. Like I told you, I pulled up the numbers. Cousins was number 2 on passes of 20 yards or more last year on accuracy. So it's not like he's upgrading.
I think a new start might help Diggs out a lot. I think it's different when Kirk Cousins making all that money, and he's like, you can't. Because Thielen had a problem with Diggs too. I mean, Thielen had a problem with Kirk Cousins too. It's not like it's all just on Diggs. So
No, I know. It's clearly a thing with Cousins, and maybe now that Cousins got extended and they reworked his contract a little bit, he'll stop being like, I'm in it, I'm in it for the money or whatever. Who knows? Like, Cousins did win a playoff game. He could be a completely changed man. We didn't get to really see him. I mean, they played the next week, but they ran into a buzzsaw with the Niners.
No, so. You're not wrong. So, one thing I was going to say to the Diggs, Thielen, Diggs is usually healthy. Thielen has been iffy lately. So,
and when Diggs was hurt, Thielen's numbers were bad. So, yes. But I think it fits our offense a little bit more. We need one guy that can take the top off, and we do a lot of intermediate work with the tight ends and running backs. You get to sign Cook now for sure. You're gonna extend Dalvin Cook.
So, anyways, that's good. Do we have one more trade?
Yeah, DeForest Buckner and the Colts.
Oh yeah, that's right. DeForest Buckner Colts.
Just what the Niners need, right? The 13th overall pick.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need. What do you think they go give the 13th overall pick though?
I don't know. I don't know what Shanahan's in the mood for. I don't know what they need. What do they need? Offensive line? You go with the tackle?
They could always use another receiver, probably.
That's true, since Emmanuel Sanders looks like he's out.
Yeah, they just really have Debo, so I guess another receiver.
13. Yeah, that's a good pick. You get
Ruggs.
You can get CeeDee Lamb, Ruggs, or Judy. One of those. I mean, two of those guys are probably going to be there.
Yeah, because there's no really receivers out here in the free agent market.
No, free agency market's not great for the receivers.
Unless they bring, like you said, they're not bringing back Sanders. So
no, it's cheap. They're going no money since they're gonna have to start paying those guys on defense soon.
They can trade another D lineman away for another pick. Honestly,
no, you don't want. You want to have a decent rotation still.
I mean, they it seemed like they had disposable income there with D linemen. I mean. But they weren't gonna pay Armstead, so they got the best deal they could for it, which is a trade. That's pretty smart by them.
I like that dude. John Lynch is a great GM. It feels like he's done a great job with this team.
Yeah, he really has. People were like, "What is he doing at first?" But he slowly built it up, and it's been pretty nice lately. They had the one dude from Oregon who messed up too. Not Leonard Floyd. Because they had drafted him. They drafted him like his second or third pick. I forgot what his name was, but he got like trouble with like drugs and stuff. I don't know. Long guy. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's cool. We got one more trade, right?
Let's see. No, who? I think we already talked about the Nick.
I thought you said 4.
We talked about the Nick Foles trade.
Nick Foles trade. Yes, Nick Foles trade. That's good. I like it. You said like the NFL's what they've been doing lately is great. Let's hit a couple of these other things going on. We talked about Teddy Bridgewater. You really love this Teddy Bridgewater signing. I am giving it a B. I like it.
I'll give it an A-. Okay, I'm not gonna give it an A+. I think it's a great fit for that scheme. Joe Brady worked with Teddy in New Orleans, so if anybody knows what Teddy can do, it's him.
Okay.
So it's gonna be the same terminology, and especially in a year where everyone's on lockdown and the workout, everything's are closed, Teddy Bridgewater can hit the ground running because he'll know the playbook.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I didn't pick that up. That's good. That's a great call out right there. The Joe Brady Teddy Bridgewater connection.
It's a bad look though because Matt Rule is not the honeymoon is already over with Matt Rule in Carolina because Carolina loves them Cam Newton. They love that man more than anything.
Yeah, I still said Teddy Bridgewater's got to come through and. He's got some added pressure on him, but I think he'll be able to rise to it.
He's perfect for that system. I know he doesn't have a lot of weapons, but he's a great I don't want to say check down guy, but he's a great short to intermediate accurate thrower with Christian McCaffrey getting the ball to the back. Perfect quarterback for that system, especially with how inaccurate Cam was. But like I said, the Panthers Twitter said we've allowed Cam Newton to seek a trade, and Cam Newton fired back at them real quick.
Yeah, I just don't. Why not? Why hide behind the curtain and we allowed Cam Newton? Just say, hey, we're shopping Cam Newton. Just like not people never come out and say it. Just like people it gets out there shopping Cam Newton.
I know.
Why just make that approach instead of just lying about it? And then Greg Olsen backed it up and said, yeah, it sounds familiar that they're doing the same thing they do to me. So it already seems like there's bad blood there.
I know. Like I said, the honeymoon's over with Matt Rule because I told you it was super. Owner. Yeah, and it was super awkward, like the Greg Olsen thing. He was talking about how he loved Matt Rule, and then he was cut that day. literally cut that day. And Matt Rule kept saying, I'm looking forward to having Cam on the roster. I'm looking forward to having Cam on the roster. Like the combine, he said it. Why don't you say we're evaluating our quarterback position? That's all you have to say. So, I don't know, waiting for Cam to be healthy, and we'll see where we go.
And we don't know if it's Matt Rule who's making that call, but he's definitely got some say in it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. And they just cut Eric Reed, too. I think they want a whole new culture there. The only person they're going to keep is McCaffrey.
Well, you have to keep McCaffrey. If you trade McCaffrey, that's just
you're going to be in deep shit if you trade McCaffrey.
Yeah. So, it's, they're making noise there. They're cleaning out house, which is okay, though. They got a new coach, got a new owner. It was time. It was like the owner's time was like, hey, I've been having these old parts from the last regime. I'm going to rebuild it, clean everything out. All the toxic stuff that we have in here, we're getting rid of it. So I don't blame them. Luke Kuechly retired from him. So, I mean, they're going to have a totally new, voice. I don't know who's going to command. I mean, obviously still have Caffrey there, but,
it's probably going to be McCaffrey.
A whole new voice.
And it's not like they're tanking, though, with the Teddy Bridgewater signing. Teddy's 15-5 in his last 20 starts. So they could be – because we were thinking they were going to tank for Trevor Lawrence almost.
I mean, I would, but hey, that's.
I mean, if you can win now, that division, I don't know. That's a weird division now.
It's just weird to be like, hey, we're gonna sign Teddy Bridgewater, and then if we're bad this year, we're gonna go get Trevor Lawrence. And why the hell are you signing Teddy Bridgewater for $63 million?
They're definitely not gonna be that bad.
Yeah, okay, they're not gonna be that bad.
The only thing that's gonna hurt them is that division with Tom Brady there now. I mean, Drew Brees and the Saints and the Falcons. I mean, maybe the Falcons are the worst team there.
Nah, I think the Falcons have a bounce back here.
Again, we always think we're always waiting for the Falcons to have a bounce back here.
I mean, we saw at the end of the year what this Falcons team could be. I think they just got off to a slow start.
Yeah, they're weird. That's a whole weird thing. The Falcons.
That's a weird thing. They're fighting for Dan Quinn to be there for a long time. I think they'll be okay. Yeah, their offense will still be good. Their defense will be what it is. They always get so injured. They get guys at week 2 who tear their ACLs, not just roll an ankle. So I don't know. This is just going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think I Instagrammed that the AFC South or the NFC South quarterbacks was a bunch of old guys with walkers, which is so accurate with Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, and Drew Brees. Those guys,
you're not wrong.
That's really funny. And it's not. Go ahead.
A quick debate, real quick. Who would you take today, Tom Brady or Drew Brees?
I'm taking Tom Brady. It's not close.
Okay. That's what. Okay. Someone one of my friends, Brandon, we'll just throw him out there.
Put him under the bus.
Put him under the bus. He's like, is Tom Brady trash? I mean, washed. I said, if Tom Brady, because he's a Saints fan, I said, if Tom Brady's washed, so is Drew Brees.
If Tom Brady's washed, Drew Brees is gone, way gone. He's swept out to the ocean.
He was like, why are we? Then we went back and forth. Every people start timing in. He's like, why are we talking about Drew Brees? This is you attack Tom Brady, so I'm going to attack your quarterback. That's what naturally happens here. I was like, I'd much rather have Tom Brady than Drew Brees right now. Drew Brees can't throw a ball with 50 yards. They bring Taysom Hill in to do that.
Yeah, you saw it in the playoff game. I mean, Tom Brady didn't have a great playoff game, but it's not like he was throwing to any. It's not like he had any weapons on his team whatsoever. Tom Brady the cupboard is empty.
Catches the third down. Pass on third down. I mean,
they have a shot.
They have a shot totally. So, yeah, I was like, I had to ask you.
Drew Brees had 2 turnovers and did nothing against the Vikings in the playoffs. He looked super washed.
Tom Brady, I mean, he looks 42, but he did look like a good 42. He still has some zip on that ball. He's not gonna have to cut the ball through snow anymore.
He's also not 5'9", looking over an offensive line. He can sit down.
He actually had really good feet towards the end of the year. He was moving really well in the pocket. Did he run for 16 yards on the cheek? Something like that?
Yes,
crazy?
Yes. We it's over. I thought it was over. I remember that. I texted you that. I was like, oh, it's over. Brady's running for first downs.
Yeah. So, anyways, had to ask that question. My big what the F moment right now is, why did Ryan Tannehill get $118 million? Please explain that to me.
Because they like what he can do in that offense.
No. Please explain to me the $118 million.
Well, like I said, they like what they can do in the offense. You signed him long term. The new cap is out, so the cap is different. I know people didn't like this, but there's a rule in the NFL. You don't overpay running backs. And Derrick Henry.
No. I'm not. I guess that's kind of where I was leading to, but I wouldn't really get into that. As there's still no reason to pay Tannehill this money. If you don't overpay running backs, don't overpay mediocre running quarterbacks.
Maybe they really liked him. Tannehill, I don't know. He's 31. He's he fits that offense really well. Vrabel likes him, and
I know, but what's wrong with like a 2-year deal, 3-year deal? Like,
hey man, the quarterback money out there is a little bit ridiculous. He wasn't bad in Miami. Can he stay healthy? It fits well in the system. I know people were bitching about because of how much he handed the ball off to Derrick Henry, but Tannehill was the most efficient quarterback in the league in the 12 games he played. So he's not missing his throws.
No, I'm not mad at him getting paid, but like he's an Aggie, so I'm actually like, go get paid, do your thing. But I just think like GMs like they get like super excited. Like I don't know, they just overthink things. Like, but did your parents always tell you like when they give you like $20, like don't let the money burn a hole in your pocket, or like I bet that money's burning a hole in your pocket. I feel like GMs do the same thing. They're like oh, we got this money, let's just spend it.
The problem is nobody's ever won without a quarterback that can run their offense.
Has anybody ever run like a Ryan Tannehill caliber quarterback? And I like Ryan Tannehill, but like
the Eagles did. The Eagles won with Nick Foles.
That's true. But the Eagles had like this like underdog moxie.
That's I guess
true.
The Titans
have it though. The Titans have it.
Yeah, you're right. Mike Vrabel's over here saying I'm going to cut my dick off to win the Super Bowl. So
you're not wrong, I guess.
And he doesn't turn the ball over, Tannehill. It fits that offense. It fits that offense.
Who else are they going to get?
Yeah, exactly.
But you could have signed him like to a Teddy Bridgewater deal, like a 3 for $63 million. Like I'm totally okay with that.
Hey man, the agents have negotiating power. I don't know what their cap looks like. They may have had a lot of cap room.
I think they did since they franchise tag
Henry.
But just don't blow the money. Go invest.
Well, they're spending it on some defense. I think
they need some receivers though too.
They got Brown. They had Rookie of the Year basically.
Oh, AJ Brown. They got and Corey Davis. Okay.
You gotta maybe draft a tight end.
Tight end, okay. Okay.
I don't hate it. I agree.
Okay, you know what? You talked me into some of the $118 million.
I talked you into the range. Maybe one less year you would be more comfortable with. Same amount of money, one less year, like proportional. Yeah. So instead of a 4-year, you get a 3-year deal.
What the F moment is also Byron Jones getting paid.
Cowboy fans were geeking about the Byron Jones getting paid.
Byron Jones getting 5 years, $82 million, 82.5. So this is a classic case, and when we revisit this, when we're still doing this podcast in 2 to 3 years, it's like the Dolphins are shopping Byron Jones, or the Dolphins just released Byron Jones. He's like, yeah, you shouldn't have signed him to that badass contract back in 2020.
Hey, it doesn't really matter. You have to look at the breakdowns of these contracts, like where the money is and stuff, because some GMs do a good job of where they push the money. So it's like, yeah, we can restructure at this point, or we can cut you at this point. He might be getting paid heavy up front when they're not paying anybody else, which is
they're paying everybody right now. They've signed
they're not.
They had a ton of money though.
Yeah, they're not paying anybody on that roster currently. If you get what I'm saying, it's not like they have a quarterback to pay yet or anything like that. Any studs out there sitting there. So I get it. Byron Jones is a good rated corner. He just doesn't pick the ball off.
I'm not mad at them signing Byron Jones. Like, great, but like
the highest paid corner in the league is
the highest paid corner. Like, yeah, like is he like? Do we ever put him in discussion the highest best corner in the league?
No, because he doesn't pick the ball off.
Yeah, if I'm gonna pay you that money, I need the ball back a couple times.
Well, talk about overpaying people. How about Jimmy Graham got $16 million on a 2-year deal?
Someone told me that too, and I was like, that's a waste of money. He's a waste of a person right now.
Yeah, it's the Chicago Bears though. Back to the Chicago Bears doing suspect things.
How's he still making money? Literally, he in Seattle. We saw what the last bit of Jimmy Graham was, and then if people weren't convinced, then in Green Bay, we really saw what the last.
He was just a system guy in New Orleans. Maybe he wasn't as good as people thought he was. He was just a system guy in that offense. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just saw this. Josh Norman signed the Bills. I like that for 1 year, $6 million. Kendall Fuller went back to the Redskins. That hurt me a little bit. The Chiefs don't have any money though, so they really can't do anything.
Hey, it's okay.
Although they're trying to get Chris Harris. I don't know how that's gonna work, but if they do it, props off to Brent Beach. Let's see who else signed here. I know we kind of talked about this before, but I'm just kind of looking through this list and trying to see anybody who stands out.
How about
Leonard? Go ahead.
I'm looking at the franchise tags. How about AJ Green? Cincinnati tagged him. That's a good weapon.
Yeah. Did they trade him though?
I don't think so. I think they want to keep him there for Burrow. And give him a guy to throw to.
They actually have a pretty good receiving core if John Ross can stay healthy. Him, John Ross, Tyler Boyd, and AJ Green. And then Tyler.
Eifert's a free agent.
He's a free agent because that's all you saw the 1 year deal last year. So they get a tight end. They have a pretty good core, but I mean they're not gonna be good. So I don't really see the purpose of is tagging
Hey man,
AJ.
you never know that who knows what that division's gonna look like? Are the Browns gonna finally hit it?
I know, but like, why not? I guess
It's
I don't know.
you never know, right?
That's true.
It's
You never
you
know.
never know thing. I'm trying to look at other. Oh, how about Denver? Who did Denver just traded for somebody? Trying to look. Who did Denver trade for? I forget. They traded for the D lineman from the Titans. Oh God, what's his name?
Oh, didn't see that.
Let me look this up. Anyway, I'll look this up. Other franchise tags. How about Hunter Henry staying in Los Angeles with the Chargers? That's a good tag. Yeah. Are the Jags gonna trade Yannick Ngakoue?
Sounds like they were trying to shop him around. I don't know if they ever got around to trading him. The Chiefs franchise had Chris Jones. We all saw that one coming. The guy you're talking about got franchise tag for the Jaguars, so they're probably
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
gonna
saying. No, they trade. They're gonna trade him with the tag. I think that's what they do. You tag him and then you trade him. And like the Vikings tagged Anthony Harris, which I was hyped about, but now I'm reading they're shopping him. I heard this one. You ready for this one? Anthony Harris for Jarvis Landry.
You like that?
I don't know. Jarvis Landry fits our offense pretty good because he's a little bit of a intermediate guy, run the routes. You got to pay him because you're not paying anybody else.
I don't hate that. I just don't know.
I don't know what because Cleveland wants defense, and I don't. Yeah, you don't know what Cleveland is doing with their receiving core. Like, do they want Odell? Do they want to keep them together? Who knows what?
I think you keep those guys together. I don't see why they have a good thing going. They've got the cap under control-ish. I don't see why they would trade him. I don't, because then they don't have anyone else outside. After it dropped off from Jarvis and Odell, there's me and you kind of.
Well, we just saw they signed they gave Hooper all that freaking money. Yeah.
They gave Hooper a lot of money, but like that's a tight end still, so.
Jarrell Casey. That's who the Broncos traded for. 5-time Pro Bowler, Jarrell Casey from the Titans. Yeah, that's a good trade. Denver, that's our sneaky team, isn't it? That's not so sneaky.
It is. Yeah, sneaky but not so sneaky. Those guys, Vaughn's getting older, but yeah, they still got someone on the back end. I don't know if Chris Harris will still be there.
He's a free agent.
They traded for AJ Boyette, not an AJ Boyette,
AJ Boye.
Okay, yeah. So maybe they might be a sneaky good team. I mean, the Philip Lindsay still. They have gosh, what's that dude's name from LSU? I mean, from SMU.
Who? Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton, yes,
and they got Drew Lock. You asked me this the other day. Are they all in on Drew Lock? And I told you like 1,000% they're in on Drew Lock.
Well, I also saw them trying to bring back Joe Flacco.
They cut Flacco.
Or they're not bringing him back.
I don't know.
I heard they tried to bring him back. I don't know. They shouldn't. They should just cut bait. And then who else got franchise tag here? I'm just kind of slowly looking through.
Shaq Barrett,
couple linemen.
Tampa. Yeah. That's a big keep.
We got a franchise tag. You already mentioned Hunter Henry. We mentioned AJ Green. We kind of mentioned Derrick Henry got franchise tag. But
Dak was the big one.
Dak got franchise, but Dak was the big one.
And they gave him the exclusive tag, so they paid him a little bit more.
Please explain the exclusive tag.
So the exclusive tag is with a regular franchise tag, you get the tag, but you're allowed to talk to other teams. With the exclusive tag, you get, I think it's for quarterbacks, it's $5 million more, but you're not allowed to talk to other teams. So basically, they could have just tagged Dak for $27 million and then let him talk to other teams, and then Dak would have found out the not really buzz out there for Dak at quarterback and kind of make him look bad. But Jerry said, I'm going to take care of you, Dak. Here's an extra $5 million, and you don't get to get your feelings hurt when you find out teams don't really want your ass.
Nah, I wouldn't. I don't think that's not necessarily true. I just think they didn't think Dak was ever on the market. I don't see a scenario where
who's going to be looking for Dak though. Who's going to pay Dak that money besides Dallas? Nobody's going to pay Dak that kind of money.
I guess from a paying standpoint.
Yeah, because you're going to have.
The Titans could have. They like Tannehill. They like Tannehill so
a lot better. Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying though that'd have been a nice fit.
Yeah, it's not a horrible fit if you're going to replace it. Anybody in that system, I guess you could have gone with Dak. But then again, he's not available if you tag him. I mean, they tag him and then you get to talk. It's not like the Titans are going to be like, ooh, come next year.
Yeah, you're right. The Colts could have made something happen with that.
Man, I don't get the Colts. Do you get the Colts Phillip Rivers move? I know we
No,
touched on it earlier.
no. Let's talk about that for like a half a second because Phil River deserves that much. Um, yeah, I don't get the move. Like
They were so set on him. It was just like, yes, Phillip Rivers, he's gonna be our quarterback. I mean, it is only a 1 year deal, so
yeah, it's 1 year, but like they aren't. They're kind of equipped to make a one
yeah,
year
you're a win now.
run.
They were a Super Bowl team if Andrew Luck didn't retire.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's how I mean, T.Y. Hilton can stay healthy. Like, and once T.Y. Hilton goes down, they just have those two tight ends, and like,
They don't even have the two tight ends anymore. Ebron's gone.
So they have just Jack Doyle. Like,
They got Marlon Mack, good running back if he can stay healthy.
No, Marlon Mack is a good running back. They have like a steady running backs that are pretty good, but like who you got to throw the ball sometimes. Like you know, it's you just can't run it down people's throats.
You play good defense and run it down your throat. I mean, they got the defensive lineman now with that.
You're not wrong, but like they need some help on the outside. And
they're waiting. They're waiting next year. They're gonna give it a run with Phillip, and if it doesn't work, they're talking Andrew Luck back into the NFL.
Is there a plan to freaking have Phillip just tank them this year, low key, and be like, hey, Phillip, do your thing, throw interceptions, kind of keep us close in games, so we seem like we're being competitive. And next year we'll draft a quarterback, and we'll be all good.
Well, I think they can play that. Well, they don't even need to. They can win in that division. It's not like the Jags. I mean, the Jags are super young, reloading. Houston, who the God knows what the hell they're doing over there with Bill O'Brien trading Hopkins. Deshaun Watson going to get killed still with nobody to throw to. And then Tennessee plays the same type of football. Run the ball, short, good play action, play defense. So they can play that game against Tennessee.
That's true. So, I guess I somewhat see what they're doing. I still don't get it. Dang, Phillip Rivers at $25 million for 1 year. Jesus.
Not bad for a
38-year-old. I guess same as Drew got. So but it's not bad for year 17, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's weird though. We live in a world where Tom Brady plays on the Buccaneers, Phillip Rivers plays for the plays for the Colts. It's very strange.
Where do we think Jameis is gonna land? I think Jameis lands. I don't even know right now.
I don't know. I would have told you Chicago with Cam, that kind of thing. But then they got Nick Foles, so they're really sticking to Trubisky. I don't know where Jameis goes. Who needs a quarterback that maybe John Gruden cuts Derek Carr and he says, I want Mariota and Jameis, because I love quarterbacks in John Gruden type of way.
I mean, Jameis also threw 30 interceptions, but also threw for 30 touchdowns.
The problem is he makes terrible, terrible decisions.
Yes, he does. It's so hard to really.
You ready for this one? So his first pass as a Buccaneer was a pick six, and his last pass as a Buccaneer was a pick six. How fitting is that for Jameis Winston's career?
So I guess this would be my question. Who's the team that's like, we'll wait on a quarterback. We won't take one this year? Because we know people who need quarterbacks this year.
New England?
Oh, okay. New England.
But they might be taken for a QB next year.
My boy Jameis is a perfect fit.
I don't know if Jameis. No, I don't think he is. Because Jameis makes bad decisions. I don't think Jameis is the kind of guy to fit that crazy, complex, super detailed, non-turn the ball over offense. I don't know if Belichick will turn.
You said tanking, so why not get somebody?
Because it's not super like you saw with Tampa, though. It's not a super tank. The man throws 30 and 30, so they go they win 8 games or they win 7 games. They go 7-9. That's not a tank. Yeah. Because some games you're going to throw 4 touchdowns and 2 picks instead of 4 picks and 1 touchdown.
I'm trying to think who the Redskins, what we don't know what they're gonna do. Because they could go get at
they could draft Tua. They could draft Tua too.
They could draft Tua. They could work on Haskins. They could have Haskins develop. Go get a quarterback. Go get Cam. Oh, I like that. Go get Cam.
So we're gonna have the Washington Panthers now with Riverboat.
Yeah, I mean maybe Riverboat Ron. Go get Cam. He lets Haskins develop underneath them. He's like, listen, this is.
But they're the exact opposite quarterbacks of each other.
I know, but he just they said Haskins doesn't know anything.
I know. They thought he was dyslexic. They said he couldn't read the playbook. Which is weird.
I think Cam could teach him something. It's like Cam's out here making bad reads. He's just inaccurate.
Cam out here making bad fashion decisions though.
No, we won't teach him the fashion stuff. We'll just hey, stick tricks of football. What Cam does off the field, don't get in all that. Don't send encrypted Instagram messages that we have to read a couple times to make sure we can see what is really going on. Just use this plain text that God give you.
Hey, Haskins needs a little guidance too. He's the man over here taking selfies. Can't even take the victory kneel for his first ever win. He's taking selfies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so maybe we need a little bit more of a stronger force in the building if we're gonna, do that.
I feel like Cam is pretty good. Those quarterbacks in those rooms always seem like they liked him.
I don't think they dislike him. It's just I think you want. I don't know. The leash was a little long with Cam.
Okay, let me give you. So we got Jameis Winston's left. We got Brissett. We got Cam. And
I think they're going to keep Jacoby Brissett, the Colts.
Do you think so?
Yeah, he's going to be their backup.
Okay, then so like yeah, who else is gonna? It's pretty much picking Jameson.
I think you just. I don't know where they're going. Washington sticks with Haskins, I think, and rolls with it. Maybe the Lions. I mean, you go Winston behind backup Stafford.
I guess. Also, there's also like this element of like, when does Alex Smith come back?
I don't know if I would mark it down that he's not coming back.
He's like working out to come back though.
I know, but I don't think he could be a backup somewhere. Like you said, great quarterback room guy. He's probably not going to have it. He's like not,
that would be the ideal person for Haskins though.
I mean, that's true. He is there. He's there.
Maybe he just hangs around.
Yeah, and just back.
Because I mean, Mahomes is going to be Mahomes, but I'm sure he owes some credit to Alex Smith.
Yeah, he does to guide him. I think he can't come back from that injury, I don't think, and all those surgeries, all that infection at that age. We're surprised. I mean, it's taken, 2.5, 3? It's taken like 3-4 years for Teddy Bridgewater to get a starting job again after losing it as a young man.
No, you're not wrong. So yeah, I just think maybe that'll help. So that's another thing. What do the Redskins do at quarterback position? Do they draft another one? You can't. So if they draft another quarterback, what do they do at Haskins? Because they're going to do the whole Josh Rosen thing and try to trade him to somebody. Like, I don't think anybody's falling for that again.
I know, since Josh Rosen's kind of like I don't know. He's just a guy, right? At this point.
Yeah, he's just a guy. Yeah, at this point. I mean,
he could be a guy that's like Aaron Rodgers maybe, and comes back 3 years down the road and just all of a sudden is tearing everybody up because he sat.
Yeah, so, maybe he just needs to sit. I don't know, but so obviously the Redskins have a place for a quarterback for Jameis. We obviously know the Bengals are going to draft one. The Dolphins are going to draft a quarterback. We assume the Chargers are going to draft a quarterback. So those are the three top guys we got there. So we got Burrow, Tua, and Herbert going, and maybe someone surprises us and takes Jordan Love too. I guess if the Redskins get in there, they mix it up, and someone has to take Jordan Love.
If Jordan Love's there, New England take Jordan Love. If he's sitting there, I think there you go. New England needs a quarter because who needs a quarterback?
I think New England, the Redskins, obviously the Bengals need a quarterback. The Chargers need a quarterback. That's probably it.
The Giants are rolling with Danny Dimes, obviously.
Yeah, they're rolling. They got a couple more years. They got to roll with him. That's it. Yeah. Jaguars possibly, but you're so sold on Minshew that you're making me think like they couldn't even open up to the idea.
Nope, no idea. They're rolling with the mustache.
Okay. The Colts kind of could. I mean, the Colts could take a project.
They could, but they don't have the pick now. They just traded the 13th overall pick.
No, they could take a project.
Like a project. You mean like a project?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I don't know, or Brady or something. Yeah,
maybe.
I know this don't happen all the time. It's happening all the time, but yeah, something like that. I know there's probably some other teams that that
are going to surprise us. There's not a lot of quarterback openings though.
Yeah, the Lions could take a quarterback early and let him sit for a year. I'm not mad at letting your quarterback sit for a year. Honestly, if you can really stay with the whole plan of letting them sit for a year, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, look at Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes is the last guy that actually sat for a whole year essentially. And
the Steelers could use a quarterback.
The Steelers need a quarterback, yes, especially the way Big Ben looks. Big Ben looked like he put on 50 pounds.
I thought they said they look healthy. No,
man, you didn't see him. They were whoever said that, they were trolling him.
Man, you gotta send me a picture after this.
All right, he was looking big in the gym. He was hanging out. he looking like Landry Jones out there. Big snacks out there. So yes, Pittsburgh needs a quarterback. I don't know. Teams are gonna surprise us that take a quarterback.
Teams are gonna surprise us. The Cowboys, the Raiders don't need one. The Raiders might need one. The Texans, no. The Bears, no. Seahawks, no. Bills, no.
The Ravens are gonna draft your boy, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
They're two different players.
Oh, I could see it. I could see it. No, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that. You want a shot where he might be a starter?
No, I just he needs to develop. There's no doubt about that. I just want him where he can go and develop. Like I can't even think of it right now. It's just a lot to take in, but I'd like for him to develop somewhere. I think he needs to develop with somebody who's like a pure pocket passer.
Yeah, somebody that's a slinger.
yeah, he would be like if he went to like Tampa Bay and like developed on Tom Brady,
Oh wow.
like that would be like ideal because he like his athleticism isn't gonna go anywhere. He's gonna know how to run the football and
So
be
you're
athletic in the
so you're
pocket.
with so you're saying the Vikings should take him and sit behind like Kirk Cousins and learn to throw the ball a little bit and then be in that play action kind of guy because I feel like
Yeah,
that's the good system that fits
that's
him.
that's like this ideal system for him. Like something that kind of it's like, hey, you can most of the time you're probably just gonna hand the ball off, but hey, you're gonna fake it every once in a while, and it's just gonna have two reads. He's gonna play X or Y, and
And,
one of them are gonna be wide ass open. Just throw it to
and
him.
you're gonna have to make that throw every once in a while.
Yeah, and every once in a while he can make the throw, but I think he can make the throw. People said so. Is that one of those things he does is he's on to the ball too long and he doesn't anticipate. And I feel like those are things you can teach. Like, hey, get rid of the ball. Like, just get rid of it.
get a little shot collar on him.
Yeah, like I don't care where you throw it in the stands or throw it to a receiver. Just get rid of the ball. Don't throw it to the other team. And the other thing is, you can teach people to anticipate passes. Like, hey, I'm sure there's drills you can get into anticipating passes and things like that. I said when he throws the ball right on time, it's a pretty ball, it's a good ball, it's on time and all that stuff. So he just holds onto the ball sometimes. Obviously, a little inaccurate, but he just doesn't anticipate throws. He just like kind of like almost like, oh, this guy's open, now I'm gonna throw it. And like I think in the NFL, that's just too late.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. There's no second guessing in the NFL. I'm trying to think. Let me look at these.
The Dolphins have had a kind of a loud but kind of quiet signing. They've done some things I like. They've obviously got Byron Jones. They got Jordan Howard. They got a couple of guys in the interior. They got Kyle Van Noy. I like that signing. And they got another D lineman. I'm trying to find it right now. So they've done some things. I like their head coach. Their head coach is good. Oh yeah, Shaq Lawson on a 3-year deal. So I like all those moves they've made. Oh, they got Emmanuel. I don't know how to say it.
Emmanuel Ogba.
Agba, they got him too from the Chiefs. He was pretty decent for us last year. Yes, I said us. And so I like what the Dolphins have done. They spent a lot of money, but I like what they've done. I feel like they've gone to the places
they played
that
so
really
much
help.
better last year. So I think you're right. Flores is kind of a dude when it comes
Yeah,
to head
yeah,
coaching wise.
yeah. He's a good dude, and they got like guys like Calvin Noy who like came from the Patriots, know how to play football, and then Shaq Lawson who kind of in the same sense. He's coming from Buffalo, right? Correct.
Yes.
Buffalo. So like those are people who've learned how to play defense the right way, and kind of been in some playoff games. So I like the moves they've made, and obviously Emmanuel coming from the Chiefs, and they just won the Super Bowl previously. So yeah, I really do like what the Dolphins have done. Who else has been some heavy hitters here?
Amari re-signed with the Cowboys. That was a big one.
That
$20
was a big
million a
one.
year.
Also, my dad told me that the Redskins offered him more money, but he's still stuck with the Cowboys.
Hey man, he likes this. You want to play for Dallas, right?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, like we said, the Redskins don't know who their quarterback's going to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there's that alone would make me be like.
And Amari and Dak seem to have a pretty good. If anything, they have a good connection.
Amari, Dak, and Zeke. I think they got to keep that core together for as long as they can.
Let's see. Randall Cobb signed with Houston. Oh man, great upgrade from DeAndre Hopkins. Randall Cobb. I forgot he's still even in the league. Man's like.
I thought his his signing with the Cowboys was like, oh, well, let's see if I still got it. Now he's getting a 3-year deal for like $20-something million.
I know. He's only 29 though. It's just weird.
Really?
Yeah, he's only 29. Randall Cobb. That's crazy.
I mean, he still had some juice left though at the end there for the Cowboys. So. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's see any other big signings. The Chargers signed Balaga, the tackle from Green Bay. That's a little boost to their line.
Anthony Gonzo stayed with the Colts, so they keep their O-line intact.
Oh, Jack Conklin to the Browns. That was a big signing for Cleveland.
They needed some help on the O-line. They should definitely draft another O-lineman in the first round too. Let's see. My lot. I don't love that. What else you got? Anything else?
I don't know. I think that's it. I mean, we had so much to talk about. It was kind of overwhelming. I'm sure things are going to keep flying up next week, and then we can start looking forward to the draft. Oh, yeah, they canceled.
Here we go.
We talk about.
I got this.
Oh, what do you got?
Coming to me, just came my phone. The Chargers signed Chris Harris. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Not only did I guess he's right in the division. Not only did he charge the Chiefs, he went to the Chargers. So that sucks. And yeah, that's cool. I'm sure we'll get some more things coming here soon. But yeah, as they come, we still I guess the biggest thing is us figuring out where Cam Newton goes, right?
Yeah, now? Cam Newton or
and Melvin Gordon.
And Winston and Melvin Gordon.
What's your guess on Melvin Gordon? I heard the Dolphins, but they signed John Howard for way cheaper. So what's your guess?
I don't know. That's a good question. Does anybody even want Melvin Gordon at this point?
I mean, I would take Melvin Gordon. You want Melvin Gordon, but you don't want Melvin Gordon and Melvin Gordon price.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
especially with how bad. I mean,
Yeah.
he was not good last year when he came back.
No.
He was really bad. He had a lot of fumbles.
Yeah, he was that him missing the offseason, I don't know if that affected him or not, but it kind of showed him trying to just jump right into playing.
Playing was bad.
Without,
yeah,
it was bad. Yeah, so do you have any type of guess, maybe like small, like
trying to
because
maybe
it's just-
Detroit.
Okay,
Maybe.
nah, they got Kerryon Johnson.
Okay, it's you got to have two backs though. It's like you said though, Melvin Gordon and Melvin Gordon Price.
Yeah, he's not.
Maybe the
might have
Rams?
to understand.
Because I heard the Rams are going to trade Todd Gurley.
Maybe the Rams. I understand that he'll probably have to understand like, hey, I'm probably not gonna get paid this type of money, so let me take as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that gets into a whole other thing about. I think they need to change the pay scales for running backs and quarterbacks. Like, if you're going to pay quarterbacks these money, have a separate like quarterback salary cap that like doesn't affect it, and then give running back shorter contracts or fully guaranteed contracts, basically, because they don't get paid because you're just basically used up after your first contract on a 5-year contract.
Yeah, you pretty much use it. They use it for what you had, and they're not trying to pay you afterwards.
Exactly. So there needs to be a little bit of tweaks to that, but of course they didn't with the new CBA, which did pass on Sunday. Did pass barely. So we're gonna get 17 games.
Do you know the vote count was by any chance?
I know it was 50.1% to 40.9 or whatever, or 49.9, something crazy. It was
real close.
It was like within 100 votes, I think.
Okay.
So,
the Bills probably don't want Melvin Gordon, right? They're gonna go all on Singletary.
No, yeah, they're not gonna go there. I'm trying to think.
The Jags,
maybe
no.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Because James Conner can't stay healthy.
Can't stay healthy, man.
Yeah.
At all.
No.
And we saw their backup running backs are not very good.
So
Pittsburgh. I'll go. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, it gives us something to talk about next week.
Yeah, Cam, Melvin Gordon, James Winston, and I'm sure someone else we don't really know about.
I'm sure somebody's gonna get traded that we're not expecting.
Yeah, cool. So I'm excited.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for us this week. Everyone, stay safe, lock up, social distancing, wash your hands.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. All right. We'll see you all next week.